Folks, this incident happened on April 27th, 2022 in Grosse Pointe Park in Michigan, just in Detroit area in Michigan. It really goes to show that there are some really angry people out there, as if you haven't noticed yourself over the last couple of years, right? But this lady got bent out of shape because her ice cream wasn't layered properly. What? Check out this video. It happens quick. It's about 20 seconds long, but check out this video. So the weather here in Michigan's finally got warmed up enough where people are beginning to go out and gather together, fellowship together, get some ice cream together. And apparently this lady shows up at this Cold Stone Creamery in the Detroit area in Michigan and gets bent out of shape because her strawberry shortcake ice cream was not layered properly nor filled up to the top. From the news stories, they say that the employees and all that tried to give the lady some alternative options or whatever, but she wouldn't hear anything of it. So right off the bat, employees and staff should know that we have a grumpy person here that's just not going to be happy with anything, okay? So with that in mind, we want to probably avoid any type of contact with person and just let them leave the premise when they're ready to leave. So this video picks up with this lady and her family beginning to walk out. Apparently she starts to chirp because look at actually what happens with the clerk. What could the clerk have done differently to avoid an escalation of this situation? If you go back and watch that video, you're going to see that this clerk actually starts with the finger pointing and head bobbing almost as soon as she starts hearing this lady start going off and saying a couple comments. And that, I think, is exactly what prompted this lady to just lose self-control, lose self-discipline, and start throwing flowers and things and a 20-pound food scale at this girl, who hops up immediately and is ready to get back into it. Folks, when you're dealing with an irate customer who's already upset over ice cream, give them all the space they need, let them vent, let them say what they want to say, and just move on. Couple things that could have happened differently. This lady could have complained to the manager, or maybe she already had and she was already unhappy with the option she was given and she was just going to be an angry elf. So be it. When you have someone who's already walking away from you, walking out of your building, walking out of your establishment, don't say anything to give them reason to turn around and re-engage with you. Let them go. The teenager could have done several different things here differently. She could have just not reacted and responded and stayed focused on her job and helping her fellow colleagues and all that with everyone else that was in the shop. And you can see from the video, it's relatively busy. Let these people go. Don't engage with them. Older people do not appreciate being spoken to by a young snot-nosed whippersnapper dismissively, disrespectfully, and with anyone with that attitude in their tone of voice, okay? And that, I'm sure, is exactly the way this customer felt she was being addressed. In any industry and career field and job where it's service-oriented, customers and clients will automatically have this sense of entitlement, this sense of, hey, you work for me, you serve me, and so on. So right off the bat, you're going to have to be relatively careful with how you address these people. And again, there's always been this rule of thumb where the customer is always right. Not all the time, but it's a basic rule of thumb, which it really, in essence, is just, hey, give them a refund, give them an extra helping, whatever, but you just don't re-engage, you don't become argumentative, you don't become combative, you don't do anything like that. So again, what are the things that could have been done differently? The clerk could have absolutely just not engaged with this lady, just let her go, let her vent, let her walk away, stay focused on what you're doing. The manager, other clerks, and could have stepped in also to, once they recognize, and they should have recognized that their colleague was really, really upset, you've got to prevent your colleague from re-engaging with somebody that's triggering them. So this is where you need to pull them aside and say, hey, I got this, let me talk to the lady. Or, hey, grab your colleague by the elbow and say, hey, just let it go. Just let it go. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You've heard me say it before, I'll say it again. Take a deep breath, work on staying calm yourself so that you don't end up saying or doing something that will escalate the situation like this little teenager did. The police are looking for this lady for throwing that 20-pound food scale at the girl for assault. Absolutely. She absolutely needs to face charges. But would we even be here, and would we even have had an incident had that clerk not said and done things to get that lady to the point where she lost self-control? I don't think so. I'll see you on the next video.